And we're Gravely Gorgeous.
This is our Ride or Die makeup challenge. This challenge was actually created by Ms. Jaclyn Hill.
Shout out to you, girl.
And we decided we were going to create our own response to it.
My Ride or Die is definitely the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizers. I love a lot of them, especially the hydrating one, the illuminating one for pale skin, which is the blue one, which is nice because a lot of illuminating primers are yellow. Which doesn't really look good on cool toned fair skin. But my all-time favorite is definitely the mattifying one, which is the one that I have here. And I really like it because I do have combination skin, which means that my T-zone is definitely an oil slick by the end of the day, and my cheeks are severely dry. And so I really like to put moisturizer on and then just put this down my T-zone before I put makeup on. And it actually does keep me pretty matte throughout the day, and it smells really good. So, you know, it's always a bonus.
My Ride or Die primer is the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer, and I really like it because I have got yellow orangey skin, and it's the exact opposite problem she has. And I really like it because it is basically looks like liquid gold. You put it on your finger and it comes out yellow with sparkles in it. And I like it because it blends into my skin really, really well, and then it just stays there. It keeps all my makeup great. It makes everything look luminous, and I seriously feel like I am made out of liquid gold, and I freaking love it.
Next on the list is foundation, and my Ride or Die foundation is the Miracle Cushion Compact Foundation by Lancôme. It was one of the first high-end cushion foundations that came out on the market, and I am in shade 110 Ivory Sea, which is actually a really cool tone, which is hard to find in foundations in general, but also in a cushion foundation. But it's really lightweight, which I don't need a lot of coverage, so I really like, and obviously I love it because this is like my third one. This is actually a new one because I just ran out. And it's nice because it's actually one of the only foundations that I use the actual applicator for. A lot of people will go in with a beauty blender. You can use that too, but I actually really like the little applicator that it comes with. And again, it smells good.
That's very important when it's going on your face right next to your fucking nose. My Ride or Die foundation is the Tarte BB Cream Tinted Moisturizer. I'm in the shade Light Medium, and I really like it because it has sunscreen in it and antioxidants, so it actually helps with the health of your skin. If you can hear psychos in the background, those would be our dogs, and they like to fight like lions.
Is it still sparkly?
This?
Yeah.
The foundation itself? No.
Because it used to be sparkly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When it had like the sparkling label on it, like the luminous or whatever.
Well, that's a different product. This ain't luminous. This is just...
Well, I know, but before they came out with the normal BB cream, they had like a luminous BB cream. This was like back 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And it had like a shit ton of glitter in it. That doesn't look like it has glitter in it.
No.
Because I remember I went to this one because they discontinued the sparkly one and it oxidized, so I stopped using it.
Wah wah.
Okay. Hey!
I like your lips.
Thanks. I like your lips. So my Ride or Die concealer is the Naked Skin Concealer, which I'm sure you have seen a lot of as it is a favorite of the beauty community. I find it's really good under the eyes and to cover any acne scars. I have a lot of redness around my nose area. I use it for that. It's really hydrating. It doesn't crease into fine lines. It just sets really well, and it doesn't dry too fast, so it's easy to blend. And I really, really like again, it's hard to find something in my skin tone, and it's really pale, which is, I really like. Next we have face powder and under eye setting powder, which for me is the same one. Again, because I'm a basic bitch, I use the Mercier Universal Setting Powder. It's really soft on the skin. It's good for baking, setting the under eye. I really like it because it's nice. I don't...
Finn's witting.
Jaclyn! I typically only set the center of my face just because I don't need to set the entirety of my face with combination skin. And it doesn't look cakey or thick or anything. It's really soft, really nice, and I really like it.
My ride or die face powder is the e.l.f. High Definition Powder, and I really like it because it makes your skin feel super duper soft. It feels like velvet. I absolutely love it. And then it also keeps things from getting oily. It keeps things staying still. We live in the desert, so it gets really hot. And even if I'm sweating all day, if I'm feeling oily, it just puts everything in. And I mean, I slap it on my face. I get a big old powder brush and just like, I look like a Coke whore when I'm done. Just white everywhere. So that's my ride or die.
She's putting the dogs away. The Becca Blush in Flower Child. It's a nice pretty pink with gold sparkles.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
So I actually got this about 2 to 3 weeks before Becca released their Jaclyn Hill split pans, which I was kind of bummed about because it had Flower Child and Champagne Pop in it, which I really like both of. The product itself is really pigmented, really soft. It does have a little bit of gold shimmer in it, but it's not too noticeable or anything that would accentuate any texture. And I think that the color itself works on a lot of skin tones, but overall, I keep finding myself reaching for this even though I have a lot of blushes. So this is definitely my ride or die for the last couple months.
My ride or die blush is going to be from the Jaclyn Hill Becca palette. And I'm gonna have to go with either Rose Spritz or Amaretto. This one, Rose Spritz and Amaretto. I really like Rose Spritz for if I'm doing kind of a natural eyeshadow look, usually mostly browns. But I like to use the Amaretto if I'm going for more dramatic eyes because, you know, I don't want a whole bunch of color on my cheeks if I'm doing a bunch of color on my eyes. The one thing about Amaretto is it pretty much blends right into my skin. You can barely see it on my skin. And for me, I like that. I don't want to look like I've got a bunch of stuff on my cheeks. I want the focus usually to be on my eyes. So I really like it because it does blend right in.
Right, so next we have bronzer, which I originally really liked the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced because it smells good. It just smells awesome. Anyways, but it's really soft and it's really buttery, but it always looked a little too dark on me no matter how lightly I applied it. So when Too Faced came out with the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I about lost my shit. Lost her shit. So that is definitely my new cult favorite. It's the formula of the original, just as buttery, just as soft, just as wonderful smelling, but it's perfect for us paler girls out there, and it's got a nice undertone. It's a little warmer than I typically like, but it's very workable. So if you have cool tone skin, this is still a pretty good option for you.
My bronzer is going to be from the Cocoa Contour Chisel to Perfection from Too Faced. So it's again one of those chocolatey products. What?
It's just funny that we come to the same conclusion as far as things. I like it.
Oh gosh, that doesn't smell like cocoa. That doesn't smell good at all. I don't know why. Wait, smell it. That doesn't smell like that.
What?
Ew, I don't like it. I'm usually really good about cleaning my brushes, but apparently I don't clean that one.
That's old makeup smell.
So this too smells like chocolate. I like, that's primer. I've got primer all over me. I like the medium cocoa for my bronzer. I use this to contour a lot too. This is really the only color I use in this. Medium cocoa is what I use for bronzing.
And it too smells like chocolate.
It too smells like chocolate. Now our living room smells like chocolate.
And it's fantastic.
An old makeup brush. Look how cute that is though. It's a contour boogie Too Faced. Look how cute that little brush is. Next
is highlighters, which there's a lot out there to choose from, but my favorite is, again, it's starting to sound like a promotional video for Becca, but it's the Becca and Jaclyn Hill collab highlighting palette. And I really like I obviously can't really use, what's it called? Blushed copper that often, maybe as a blush topper, but I really love mixing Champagne Pop and Pearl. But so yeah, very smooth, very creamy, not sparkly in a bad way, and actually show up on my face.
So I'm gonna go with 3. Again, we've got another BeccaXJaclyn product. This palette is my baby. Anyways, so the Prosecco and the Champagne Pop, because I'm basic. Now let me tell you about this palette. They sold out real quick, like real quick. And the Sephora's here. We have 2 Sephora's, and they were gone. And they weren't on any of the shelves, right? So I went to Sephora and I was picking up my setting powder or something, I don't know. And I get to the front and they've got one of these on display. And they didn't have them on the shelves, but they had one on display by the register. And I look at the cashier lady and I go, hey, you got any more of those? And she looks at me, she's like, girl, I got you. Bam. So that, and then the Urban Decay Naked and Illuminated in the shade, or out there is an apple sticker on that. And it's super pretty. It makes me feel like a fairy, which is, you know, my goal in life. One thing you'll realize about me is if I'm not covered in glitter, I'm just not happy.
Much like a stripper. Next for mascara, I have to go with 2 because I just use these in combination with each other all the time. And this is the Covergirl Lash Blast Mascara, the volume one, in black. Typically like jet black. I think that's the thing. The blackest black I can get. And I mixed this. I put this on first, which it does a really good job at separating and gives a little bit volume. But then I like to go in for even more volume with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, which has a... Oh, okay.
Can we talk about this name really quick? I beg to differ. If your mascara is better than sex, you are not having the right kind of sex. Continue.
It has a really big wand, really big bristles. I really like it.
She likes it real big.
I like it a lot. But yeah, it just adds to the volume. It doesn't clump up, which I really like. I don't find myself having to like comb out my lashes or anything after using this. And yeah, I like the name.
My ride or die is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original. I've been using this shit since I was in middle school. Seriously, like, I mean, I remember my grandma taking me to buy makeup for my first time.
Same for this.
And picking this crap up, and I just love it. It gets super dark. I have converted my mom. My mom wears this now, and I love it because I don't really feel like I need to wear fake lashes.
Ditto.
They're a pain in the ass to me. I don't particularly like them. And I feel like this, it curls my lashes, it makes them feel long, it makes them feel separated, and it makes them voluminous. So that's why I like it.
My ride or die lipstick is that's really
Colorpop?
I know, but it's really hard. It's really hard to say that this is my favorite because I love almost all of the Colorpop Lippie sticks. But this one's just the one that I find myself reaching for the most. It is the Colorpop matte. Okay, so it's the Colorpop matte Lippie stick in the color Cookie, which is just like this really pretty pink kind of nudie shade, or at least it's nude on me. They smell good, they apply really well. It's matte, but it's not drying. I don't find it getting into the lines of my lips like a lot of products will do. It tastes good. That's a benefit.
She has a lipstick.
Don't eat lipsticks, kids.
This is like a new...
Bad for you.
This is like glue eaters. But
like paste.
Lipstick. Yeah,
Paste and like kindergarten.
My ride or die lipstick is the Kat Von D. It's the studded looking, what's it called?
Studded Kiss.
Studded Kiss, yes. And it's in the shade Cathedral. I really love these lipsticks. Like, they're super creamy, they're super pretty. Every time I go to Sephora, I just like have to put them on my arm, even if I'm not buying them. I just love them. You can see her, she's got her little initials on there. I love it. I love Kat because of all the names of her lipsticks. Like her lipsticks, like this is Cathedral. She'll name it things like Poe. She's got one called Motorhead. She's got a whole bunch named after my favorite band, His Infernal Majesty. Like she's got one, I think she had one called Heartagram for a while. I don't know if she does anymore. But yeah, Kat Von D's cool.
So what we're gonna go ahead and do is just skip right to lip gloss. And again, I'm a basic bitch. So my favorite is, I love all the Buxom lip glosses. But I really like this one's in White Russian. And I like it especially to put on top of lipsticks. It just gives that nice sheen without too much color. But it's also really nice as a slight wash of color on the lips. It's tingly and it smells good and it feels good and I like it. Next.
My ride or die is the Sexy Mother Pucker from Soap and Glory. I actually like every shade that I've gotten from this collection. I think that they're all really pretty. This one is Nude Star and it's probably my favorite, even though I like all of them. This is a lip plumper. And it smells like chocolate. So by the end of the day, between the Too Faced and this, my face smells like chocolate and I love it. But yeah, I just think it's a really pretty color. It feels cool on your lips and it makes your lips look just a little bit bigger. And I like it. It's a nice natural big lips look.
I don't know if this one's actually plumping, but it's tingly. And I like the tingles.
Cute smell.
It does smell like chocolate.
Yeah.
It smells really good. Does it taste like chocolate?
You want to taste?
Yeah. So next we have eyeshadow palette. I have pretty much every eye palette under the sun. But since this is a ride or die tag, I had to include this. So Urban Decay lets you make the little custom eyeshadow palettes, and so I just went ahead and made my own. So it's obvious that I like them, as you can see, because I have hit pan on a couple, many. But I really like it. Just I threw in a good transition shade for my skin tone. You got some shimmers, you got some brow highlight, you got some all over shades just to neutralize your eyelid, you got some darker, you have a nice matte black, which is always pretty important. And I will go ahead and list the shades in the down bar down below because I can't see them currently and I can't remember because I got this a while ago. But this is just what I will use every day if I can't think of
Every day.
She can attest to that. If I can't think of anything or I'm just not really being creative and I'm like, I just need to put something on before school.
Okay, are you done?
Yeah, I'm
you
good.
talk a lot.
Okay. So yeah, this is just what I reach for all the time. And I highly recommend going and making your own palette because they make it really easy to do. Next.
My ride or die is going to be Space Cowboy from Urban Decay. So I really like Space Cowboy because I'll put it on my lid, I'll put it on my brow, and then I'll find a crease color and just put something in the crease. That's my like go-to. I don't have time to get ready, so I just need something. Or I'll just put this on top of everything. I will put this on top of everything.
This category wasn't in here, but we had to add brow products because we really like our brows, if you can't tell. All right. So, I have two. I really like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Setting Gel. It's like concrete. I mean, I don't really need them to be in place. I don't like them to be stuck on my face, or if like I touch my eyebrow, it's hard and crunchy. Ain't a good look on nobody. But you've probably seen it before, and I have it in like 3 different colors because I can't decide what color my brow is sometimes, and I like to blend them. But they blend out really well. I like them.
So for my brows, okay, my brow routine's a little weird. So my brows, I model basically after Kate Beckinsale in the Underworld. So thin and dark. That's my criteria. My eyebrows are actually blonde because I am naturally blonde. So I have to go in with a dark color. I have to dye my brows when I dye my roots, and then I have to go in with a dark pencil to like. So what I like to do is I have a Tint My Brows gel, and it's from Etude House.
Etude.
It's a Korean thing, and I'm in the shade gray brown. Like, I mean, the back, it's written in Korean. And essentially what I'll do is I'll get out of the shower, I'll put this on my brow, I'll leave it overnight, and then you peel it off, and suddenly your brows are dyed. It's great. Like the skin and whatnot. It's super precise. It's super easy. I think it's actually easier to do than a pencil because it's so precise. And it's easy peasy. And then I don't have to go, even if I don't wear makeup that day, then I still have eyebrows on, as opposed to having no eyebrows because I'm blonde.
Alright, so next we added a category. We went ahead and did eyeliner, and my favorite is the Urban Decay 24-Hour Waterline in Legend, just because, especially on days when I don't want to wear a lot of makeup, I'll just go in and waterline and tightline my eyes just to give them a little bit more definition, because it lasts pretty well. This is so far my favorite. I don't know, waterline is hard. Almost everything's gonna bleed after a certain amount of time, but this has been the best. And before this, I liked the original Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner. So, but highly recommend.
My Ride or Die eyeliner is the Kat Von D ink liner. This is the shade Trooper. I also love Mad Max Brown because it's fantastic. And it's really easy to apply. If you mess up, it's super easy to take off. It's super precise, and I like it. I like it a lot.
For setting spray, I don't typically, my makeup, was that perfume?
No, it's setting spray.
Oh, good.
I was gonna spray perfume.
There was a little bit of it got my eye, so that's why I was confused.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't perfume. Ew,
I think you'd feel it. I think you'd feel it.
I know. That's why I was like, why is this not burning? All right. So, for setting spray, I obviously like this because it's almost gone. And I have a backup in my drawer. This is the MAC Prep and Prime MAC Fix Plus from the Prep and Prime series. It just makes everything look luminous. It doesn't make anything stay longer, but I don't really have a problem with my makeup staying. So I just like this because it makes everything more luminous and sets everything in, and I like it. It's refreshing. Makes me feel better about my makeup somehow. All right.
I like the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray. This is actually the De-Slick, but I ran out of all-nighter spray. Then I went to Sephora, and they didn't have any more. So I was like, well, it looks like I'm trying De-Slick. So far, I like it. It's oil control for those of us who are oily. I like it. It seems to work well, but I mean,
I also have all-nighter.
I like all-nighter.
Victoria's Secret Angel Gold, and this isn't the perfume, this is the body spray. I like this a little bit more because it is lighter. I don't like very strong scents. I like fresh, florally, subtle scents. So I really like this, and it's pretty.
Before our next video, we should just go print out a list of adjectives and roll the dice and randomly pick like random adjectives to describe things and see how people like. What do you mean it's gregarious? So I use two things for smelling good. I really like the All Over Mist Naughty is Nice from Pink. I don't actually think they make this anymore. I think it was limited edition. I really like it because it's like a sweet, yummy smell, and I actually use like Old Spice deodorant because it works really well, and I work out 2 to 3 times a day, so it works really well. This smells really good with my deodorant, and that's one reason I like it. So it smells good on its own, and then with my deodorant, it's like a spicy, sweet smell, and I like it a lot. And then I use a lot of essential oils just for well-being, for aromatherapy. So a lot of times I'll just use essential oils for perfume because I think it smells good.
That's a Christmas collection. It should come back this Christmas.
It's a Christmas collection. It should come back this Christmas. This is news to me. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Rose.
Naughty is Nice. I'm assuming it's a Christmas collection.
So like this was like the gold version, and then there was like in the same bin there was a silver version and it had fireworks. This has fireworks too. I don't know. I was shopping with my mom.
I think you got it in sale after Christmas. I remember.
Yeah, I got it for like $10, and I was like, sweet.
Yeah. So hopefully this will come back in their collection if it's not there currently. Because I agree, really it does smell pretty good. And I don't typically like warmer, sweeter scents, but this one I can handle. It's not too overbearing. I like it.
It's good. And I really like the lotion, but I used all my lotion. Well, thank you for joining us today. This was our Ride or Die makeup tag. If you liked it, please subscribe and come back for more.
Click the button down below.